My name is James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Havoc number 2. So I'm gonna put you guys on notice. Alright? I'm gonna have to give you guys a history lesson because I've watched some people on Facebook. And it's high time you guys understand this because I'm tired of trying to explain it. Please listen to what I say, then hear what I say, and then process what I say. Okay? So here's the thing. I can go get 5 Native American history books and encyclopedias, and you're either going to listen or go get them and read them, or you're going to go Google something. Okay, so as we all know, history is shaded in mysteries. It's not always black and white, and there's probably more gray there than you would know. So I've said this before, and I'll say this again. See, once upon a time, I used to think that Native Americans were from Atlantis. Come to find out that I was wrong, because Native Americans are Asian. Every tribe of Native American, yeah, if you are from Incan, Aztec, and Mayan, who are the founding fathers of the Mexican tribes, your ass is a Native American, which means you are not anything outside of an Asian person. All right. Now let me break it down for you because I had a Korean friend who made me lose a bet because I just knew Native Americans were magical and we were turning into animals and flying around, and there was Coyote the Trickster, there was the Thunderbird, there was the Deer Woman, and I knew for a fucking fact that we were not Asian. And then I lost that fucking bet because we had 5 different sources, 2 dictionaries, 3 encyclopedias, 6 because we also had a Native American history book. So I'm sitting here, be fucking wildered and mad as hell. Because all this time and all this growing up and all these legends, here I was thinking we escaped Atlantis when it sank and we controlled the greater region of America from the North Pole to the south tip of South America. And then reality slapped me dead in the face. Thank you, Mr. Kim. So anyway, that would also have understood why people kept thinking that I was Samoan or Hawaiian or some shit like that. Well, Native Americans are Asian. It's also in the Native American rights notification that Native Americans are Asian. They're not counted as like Chinese or Japanese or anything like that, but they are of Asian descent. Now, for you people who are Mexican, who look like me, who think you're Mexican, you are Mexican, but the problem is you're also Asian because Native Americans are Asian. If you look in like Brazil and the Amazon tribes, their eyes are slanted. The only reason why a lot of Mexicans don't have eyes that are slanted and they look like me is because they're mixed with Cortez the Conqueror's fucking descendants and all those little Spanish motherfuckers that conquered the South American region from Mexico all the way through South America. They didn't fuck with the Amazons because they couldn't catch them. And by Amazons, I ain't talking about the Amazon women. I'm talking about the tribe of Amazon that's down the southeastern or southwestern borderline of Brazil and Chile and all of them, the wilderness people. They paint and stuff. You know, they never take the people that Rudy Galindo's people were playing as. You know, from Apocalypto, the ones with the arrows through their nose, those guys down there. Yeah, they're Asian. They're tribal. They're Native Americans, and so are Mexicans. Now, so did you understand when the tribes had wars and they killed each other? Some of them were assimilated. Well, the Mexicans that the Apaches fought was also Native Americans. The problem is that when the Great Splinter happened, when all the tribes decided to go their own way, when the Eskimos took up the northern region of America from Greenland, Iceland, all the way down to Alaska, and so on, and some that stayed in Russia, they were Eskimos. As you splinter further down, you have the First Nations in Canada, and you have the whole East Coast tribes. This is my short version because I'm not counting through all 150,000 tribes of Native Americans. But in that, you should know that Mexican tribes, Aztec, Incan, and Mayan, are also Native American. Now, they don't have certain rights because of the Native American History Act. Did you have to be born on Native American soil or American soil or whatever the hell. 1924, Google the shit, since you guys Google every fucking thing. But so did you know, one, Native Americans are Asian. Two, if you are of the following tribes, Aztec, Incan, and Mayans, and even those little guys that run down the Amazon with the little arrows in their nose, guess what? Your ass is Asian. So let's stop having all these fucking debates. If you're Asian, your ass is Native American. So whether you can claim that or not is the legal loophole. Now, if you're Native American of Mexican descent and you were born here, then you can claim it. However, by all legal rights, if they honor the treaties and restitutions, then all Mexicans and South American Indians are still Native Americans because they came from us. With the Great Splinter, it maybe had like maybe 9 or 10 original tribe people that just start splintering off, and then mating and splintering off, and mating and splintering off. That's why so many different cultures have mixed up with other cultures. Why you think everybody knows Bigfoot and Coyote and the Thunderbird? Because they came from the same tribe originally, and then they splintered down. So let's get our Native American history on. After all, it is Native American History Month. Maybe it would behoove you guys to actually pick up a book instead of fucking Google. Or I got a better one. If at all possible, if you can find a tribal shaman or a chief and get the elders to tell you the stories that they have told our children for generations. Unfortunately, my great-grandmother only gave me certain stories about her life and very rarely gave us tribal traditions and shit. And since my grandmother married a black man, I guess all that shit went out the fucking window. And on my mother's side, same fucking concept. So, therefore, it doesn't hurt to learn tribal facts. Alright? You can fact check me if you want, but I almost can guarantee you if you're going to fact check me with Google, you'll probably find me to be wrong. But if you go catch an encyclopedia, like the one I have in the shed from like 1972, like a year or two before I was born, you'd probably be closer to right. Now, Native Americans, the reason why our skin tone changed is environmental adaptation. Eskimos adapted very well to the cold, so they're very pale. You rarely get a dark Eskimo unless they are mixed. Same thing with most Native Americans. The closer you get to the equator, the darker the skin color. So you have to look at that shit that way. That's why people didn't think Mexicans and Mayans and Incans and Aztecs were of Native American descent. But if you look at the cultures and the writings and the pyramids and all that shit, they tell the stories, even the Great Splinter. So all you have to do is start looking for shit. And you want to fact check that? Get a job with the History Channel. Because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm not wrong because Mexicans are Native Americans. And Native Americans are Asian. And if that part ain't right, then you should probably go get the guy who wrote the encyclopedia that I read, because I'm going to go with that. Because I wasn't born before 1972. I was born in 73. And I'm part Cherokee Indian on both sides. How much I have no fucking idea. If there's a test that I could afford to take, it would be taken. But I'm poor and I'm broke, and the Army's not paying me that much. So until then, I'm James Williams. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I hope you actually are listening to what I say, and not what you think I said. Again, I'm James Williams Jr., Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.